A stray dog was trapped in a sewage ditch for several days and nights. At this point, it had no strength left to cry out. Most of his body was stuck under a stone slab and couldn't move. He looked very pitiful. When kind-hearted people arrived at the scene, they were shocked by the scene before them. How did it fall down there? I don't know. It's been many days already. The dog was now completely limp on the ground. It behaved very well when petted. To rescue him as quickly as possible, they prepared to lift the stone slab at the back. There was a long iron chain around the dog's neck. It was obvious that he had an owner before, but no one around knew whose dog this was. They then tried gently to see if they could pull it out. Due to being stuck for too long, this method was completely ineffective. Finally, with everyone's combined efforts, they lifted the stone slab. Only then did the dog successfully get rescued. You can see that the dog is very large. Moreover, its eyes and nose are soaked and damaged. It was only after picking up the dog that we realized it had problems with its hind legs and couldn't stand. Seeing it lying on the ground in such a pitiful state, it really breaks your heart. This is a German Shepherd. We don't know how it fell in. One of its eyes is already bloodshot. To conduct further examinations on the dog, the young man prepared to lift the dog, which weighed dozens of pounds, into the car. Although it was very dirty and smelly, the young man did not mind at all. They then took the dog to the pet hospital. Through the veterinarian's examination, it was found that the dog's teeth had all been cut off. But such a well-behaved and gentle dog. Why would someone want to cut off its teeth? This greatly affects its ability to eat. Looking at the dog's helpless and desperate expression, I don't know how much it has endured. What great pain it has suffered. They said it crawled about 100 or 200 meters in the sewer, looking for an exit inside. They finished checking the dog. The doctor said all of the dog's organs showed signs of failure. The dog needed to be hospitalized. Now the dog needs to be cleaned. Then it can be admitted to the hospital. But because it was really too dirty, most pet shops wouldn't take it. So we could only take the dog home to clean it first. After getting home, the guy prepared some food for it, but for some reason, the dog just couldn't eat. It only drank a little water. It was really well behaved and obedient. It never barked or made a fuss the whole time. The dog couldn't move even when the young man bathed it. In fact, dogs are very perceptive. It can feel your kindness towards it. After the bath, it was taken to the pet hospital again. The doctor said the dog might only have a few days left, because its multiple organs have already failed. There isn't a single organ in its body that is healthy. Perhaps its previous owner also knew about the dog's condition. That's why they abandoned it, right? Otherwise, how could they bear to abandon such a docile dog? Hearing this news was like a bolt from the blue. The young man wanted to make one last effort. After all, the dog is also a little life. So he arranged for it to be hospitalized. Then he tried to treat it as best as he could. Looking at the dog's pitiful eyes, the young man felt very heartbroken. Fate brought them together, but it turned out to be so short-lived. In the end, he hoped the dog could get better, because a beautiful life is calling the dog.